G'day and welcome subscribers and vintage toy lovers all around Australia and the world. I've got a really cool mixed vintage little mini haul I'm selling on consignment here, so this is definitely worth a vid. It's a lot of Australian stuff with Australian price tags and stuff. Super duper rare stuff, so it won't be a long video, but some really beautiful gem pieces there. Now if you're wondering what the random little, I can't remember what toy line is, that's it. I'm trying something new. I'm just going to have a little bit of a picture-in-picture, and a lot of people have taken your feedback on board. A lot of people said when you do your big mail calls, you know, you go through it and you don't really see what you pull out, and it kind of ends up in a big pile. Well, this is that dude that Michael Green gave me one time. I've just got this little dude hanging up. He's going to be in the top corner, and every time I grab an item, I'll pop it in there, and you'll see him in the corner. So hopefully you get a better look at it. Hopefully that works for you. But I'll give it a crack, see how it goes. Can't hurt to try. Anyway, like I said, local lady passed on to me from another person I do a lot of consignment sales for. Some really super cool stuff. So without further ado, actually there's one that didn't fit the crate. I'll just quickly do that. That's a Power of the Force 8080, Power of the Force 2 8080. So this is a minted seal box. Apparently she's figured out a way to get the battery out from within inside the try-me thing. So the battery's been taken out through the chamber inside its stomach so it couldn't corrode, which is bloody very smart because these things just rot. So anyway, you get a sealed Power of the Force 2 8080. That probably didn't need a close-up in the corner, but pop that down there for now because that's the big boy that was never really going to fit on the bench here. So let's get cracking. We've got, now this one I believe is from the 1950s. You've got a Kona Flintstones circus kind of toy. That is bloody cool. I've never seen this before in my life. I think it's circa 1950s. I'm not sure if there's an actual date on there, but it's a US release and it's complete. So the packaging, man, this is 60 odd years old, 65 years or something along those lines. I'll find out the actual date when I do it. But it's complete and it's got all the parts and it's some kind of cool balance thing with all the Flintstones characters and some weird thing. This may even get a video on itself. It's bloody cool as. So that's super, super cool. Like I said, I've not seen that Flintstone circus. I'll pop it there, but that probably isn't going to fit. That's probably going to blow out that little picture thing, but yeah, that's really cool. You should be able to get a good look at that without going close up down low there. Crazy, crazy piece, man. Like I said, never seen it before. Next one. Now, this is a ripper. You got MOTU Vintage SCREECH. Mint in seal box, so still factory sealed both sides. This was purchased in Australia, but there's no Australian tag on this one to prove that, but that said, the next one may have an Australian tag on it. So this is a sealed SCREECH, so there's no cracks to the window. There are a couple of little dents to it, but the glue hasn't come off where the window meets the box, where it attaches to the box, so that's pretty, they often butcher it all the time. It always falls out. But anyway, fully sealed both sides. There's obviously a crease along the back flap here, but that's really, really nice condition. And I believe there's acrylics for those that hold that back flap in place, so I reckon that will straighten out nicely. And that is a hell of a display piece, mint and seal box, Star Wars, MOTU's Vintage SCREECH. So I'll pop that there, hopefully that flap kind of stays up and looks alright on that close up. Poor Greenie's toys, I'll put him there for now. Then while we're kind of on that theme, we've got a mint and seal box Zor. This one's got a small split in the window, but it's also got a $2 cost price tag on it, so it's Australian price tag. I've scoured the box, there's no Australian address on the box at all, but yeah, sealed both sides, perfectly sealed both sides, really nice condition. Just got the crease along the back flap there, but otherwise it's a really, really nice box, and that displays magnificently. So I'll kick SCREECH out from the main line and pop Zor there. Hopefully that looks okay there in the close up. Now I said there's some super, super rare stuff. There's some stuff I've never seen before in my life. So this one here, you got Secret Wars Spiderman diecast set. It's oversized, the oversized diecast, so it's not sealed. This one has been opened, so the box is intact. It's got a little bit of wear on the front of the box, but it's not too bad. I'll pop it there anyway. Just the top of the box, and I'll pop Zor there. Just be very super careful with these guys. And then yeah, the toy's actually unplayed with, so they're bloody cool diecast. Even the foam is like gem mint. I'm too scared to take one out. They're all locked in so nicely. I'm not even going to take one out. They're so tight. They've never come out. That foam is completely untouched. Look, I don't even have to. I reckon if I turn that upside down, they won't come out. I'm not holding it, but they do not come out. That's never been out before, so that's absolutely glorious. I'll pop it there. Hopefully you get a closer look at it, and I'm pretty confident that won't pop out. That's a beautiful little set. Secret Wars 4-pack diecasts. So that is, what are we at? Buddy 1984. just a US release, I believe. Yeah, 1984. Really nice piece. Secret Wars is not really something I get a lot of or know much about, but I've had a few mint on cards, a few loosies. I know it's a very popular line. That one's cool. I've not seen that before. You may have. Hey, if you know anything about some of these pieces coming up and there's some rippers, feel free to drop a comment or mention or anything, because I'd love to hear it. There's a couple of items in here that are mind-blowing that I've not seen before ever. That's one of them. I don't know if it's mind-blowing, but I've never seen that before, so that's pretty cool. Then we got Rainbow Brite, Romeo Sprite. How cool is that? My missus saw that and said, oh, Rainbow Brite. And I said, there you go, mate. How cute these things. Look, I'm not a collector, but I can appreciate just about anything vintage, so that's really cool. It's got the box. The actual Rainbow Brite toy is absolutely immaculate. The box has got a little bit of wear, but it's still really, really nice. That's actually not said correctly, I believe. That's supposed to be the, yeah, it's supposed to have like a little cable tie, I believe, that holds it down, but it's a believe. So the Rainbow Brite's loose, but dead mint, unplayed with toy. And the box has got a bit of wear, but that still displays mega well. So I'll pop Secret Wars out of the equation for a minute and pop Rainbow Brite there. Hopefully that little camera's working a treat. And I'll pop the Secret Wars here nicely. I might put him under SCREECH just to keep that safe. Now it gets a little bit, it gets starting to get interesting. So yeah, nah, not yet interesting. They are cool items, but it gets really cool. So here we've got a MEGO Bendy Penguin, mint on card, and that's in just glorious condition. Bend and Flex. Trying to think what year that is. That's a 74, I think that is. That's amazing, man. Really nice condition, just beautiful, clear. Tiniest dent near his left foot, but that's a hell of a piece, man. I haven't seen these bendies carded before. That should sit on here nicely, I'm hoping. So hopefully that looks alright in the camera. That remains to be seen, but who knows. So Bendham's Penguin, MEGO. Tell you what, I might put Rainbow Brite back in the crate here just so I've got a bit of room to display some of these bad boys. Then we've got a bootleg Lone Ranger vintage mint on card, Legends of the West, and it's got a Coal sticker too. So this is an Australian purchased bootleg Lone Rangers figure. That's really cool. So there's some seriously nice Aussie pieces here. I'm just going to be very careful with that penguin. And then we've got a couple more absolute rippers. Now this one, the Fisher-Price Adventure People. Carded, mint on card. I haven't seen a carded one of these for, I think I've only seen 2 of these carded in my life. They're not, I don't think they're ridiculously valuable, but you just don't see them carded. X-Ray Woman, mint on card. Look at the size of that card and bubble. It's so bloody cute. 1979 Fisher-Price. I've had a few of these loose. I honestly haven't seen a carded one for over a decade easily. And that's just gorgeous, eh? Like, beautiful, beautiful to see these guys carded. I just love the size of the, there's like a little mini Star Wars vintage Meccano mint on card. Like, so cute, man. Like, you've got to say the word cute. It is awesome. Put this little, I might just pop this little bootleg Lone Ranger Tonto kind of figure in the bag, keep him safe. So there's 2 more items in here. Now one's lovely, we've got a Star Wars vintage Greedo 20 back C on a New Hope card. So that's a really nice mint on card. What have we got? We've got just a small dent at the top, a tinge of yellow to that bubble. I love those New Hope bubbles, they're so strong. And the card's got a little bit of a vein here, but yeah, 20 back C, that's nice. That's a Boba Fett mail away offer. Really nice looking mock. And who doesn't like a New Hope Greedo? So let's kick out the Fisher-Price just for a moment. The Adventure People, and pop Greedo in prime position. Hopefully Greedo stays there nicely. I'm pretty sure he does. Put Star Wars mint on cards and this was down before. And then the final piece. Now this one is an Australian gem. Actually, sorry, there's 2 more pieces. There's 3 more pieces. A cute little Peter's Ghostbusters ice cream wrapper. He's very collectible, obviously. This is in really, really nice condition. Doesn't have too much ice cream staining on it, so I'm not even sure if that had an ice cream in it. Oh, it has got a little bit of stuff at the bottom, but yeah, Peter's Australian, obviously Australian address and everything. Wrapper for an ice cream. Bloody very, very cool. It's Western Australia address. I actually know someone that used to work there, so that's pretty cool. So I'll pop that in front of Greedo, that hopefully you can see that. Both have the limelight. And then while we're on the Peter's wagon, we got a Australian Peters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles promotional leaflet. It's kind of, I think that's sort of A3 size. Really nice condition. It's on a backing board. I'll pop it out quickly just so you can have a better look at it. It's got a bit of wear. It's obviously, it had this two-sided sticky tape for them to use at retail, and I don't think they utilise that. They've used their own two-sided sticky tape that popped over the top. So whether or not that's sticky tape, you wouldn't want to use it anyway, but that looks like it's unused at the back. But it's got a bit of wear, but that's a beautiful piece. Who didn't remember these things, man? Like stuff all over your local delis and stuff, selling ice creams and stuff. Your favourite toys. I remember the He-Man ones before that, and they were, I think, half the price, 30 odd cents from this old man's memory serves him right. And then the final piece in here, and this is somewhat of a grail. So it's a MEGO Spiderman Australian release denim cardback mint on card 3 3/4 inch figure. So this is 1979, so it's not quite as old as me. But the story behind the denim releases, they were released in Australia only. The US ones, I believe, there's two types of US ones, a red one and a white one, I think it is. The denim one is very, very difficult Australian release. And this has got a corresponding, actually it doesn't have a Woolworths sticker, but it's got a $1 discount price sticker. So, well, it has to be in Australian because I believe it's only released in Australia. But the figure is gorgeous. The card's got a little bit of wear. A bit of a vein, some edge wear. The bubble's got a bit of a dent. It's clear as, but it's got a bit of a dent near his right sort of elbow. You'll see it a bit closer when I end up listing it. Now, the American one goes, there's one for sale for about $2K, the American one, and this is probably 10 times as rare as that. So I'm seeing this being probably closer to $5K, this particular piece. It's not an easy one to find, and I believe Spider-Man is the hardest one to get in the run. There's a Superman with the yellow bubble you can get at the moment, I think around about the grand mark. But Spider-Man's rare, super rare, especially on the blue denim cardback. So I'll pop him in prime position. Hopefully you can get a look at him there on the camera. But that's a hell of a piece. So these are all mostly Australian local pieces, which is incredible. A couple of Australian price tags in here, Australian offers. Sensational. That one's got, sorry, I forgot to mention that that one's got an Australian Big W price tag on the X-Ray Woman, and there was another one that had a Woolworths price tag. I forgot to mention it. I can't remember what it was. Something had a Woolworths sticker on it, I'm sure, but now I've gone mad and I can't remember what it was. Was it the Rainbow Brite? No, it was not. I'm going nuts, but I swear something had a Woolworths sticker on it. Which one was it? This one had a sorry, I said Coles on the Zor one. I'll just take that back. It says code, but that got me wrong. It's Wonderland of Toys, which is also, if you're my age and obviously a vintage toy lover, you would know all about Wonderland of Toys. There's one in Perth City. They're all over the place. Morley, there's quite a few of them. That's a hell of a toy memory. So Wonderland of Toys Australian sticker. So I said Coles. It said code. It says code on there, and it just threw me, and I spazzed out a bit. But that incorrect there. So yeah, like I said, some really super cool Australian stock here. And you don't see them too often, which is really nice. I was not lying to you. I tell you, man, it's the MEGO Penguin Bendy. That's got a Woolworths, that cool old school W with the circles on it. It's got that Woolworths symbol, which is fantastic. So that's got an Australian thing. So most of these are bought at retail in Australia. They're so old, 50, 60 years, some of these incredible pieces. So that's this just beautiful little toy haul I got here. It's all local from Australia, purchased from Australia. Decades ago. All coming for sale right here soon. So thanks for watching, guys. If there's anything that you require here for your collection or just dying to have a look at, just flick me a message here or Derek Westbrook Facebook. I'll make sure you know when it's being listed. I hate for you guys, someone's been had one of these as someone's Grail and I just sell it and you didn't see it. So that's kind of why I do these things, so you get a good heads up. And I do get some super rare stuff. You won't find one of these anywhere, and very rarely do they come up for sale. Like, there's stuff here that you just don't see. I honestly just keep saying it. Just subscribe to my channel. You just see some previews of stuff. It's mind blowing me. I've been selling toys, vintage toys for, I've got to say 30. I'm 48. I reckon since I've been about 15. So over 30 years I've been selling vintage toys. And to this date I'm getting stuff in probably on a weekly, fortnightly basis that I've never seen in my life. That's just ridiculous. And I've sold a lot of bloody toys in my life. So it's awesome seeing it. It blows my head off, man. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying me unearthing some real random stuff that you don't see too often. That's what it's all about. And then a final reminder, I've got channel memberships available now. So if anyone's interested, it's $4 a month, $3.99 Australian. It keeps defaulting to that. I did say initially $3, but it's $4 Australian. I can't change it. Do a monthly draw. Right now I'm giving away a G1 Ramjet, Transformers G1 Ramjet, original, complete, nice condition. And you're also eligible, once you become a channel member, upgrade of express shipping from, you pay standard price, like ship to express. So it's a difference of usually somewhere between $3 and $8 difference. So you buy from me once a month, you've paid for your membership, and you're going to get your stuff to you in 3 days as opposed to 8 or 9 days, whatever it is, the transit time, which is obviously out of my hands. I'll ship generally the next day or sometimes same day when you pay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. There's so much more stuff coming. Keep watching, man. I'm unearthing the killer stuff, and yeah, it's all coming your way. Thanks a lot, guys. I really do appreciate it.